with them because it's like they don't want to associate with the past of what their people have done. So they figure, okay, well, you know what, let me go find me a Jake and I can move forward with that Jake. You know, and a lot of the times too, because me and my mother was talking about it, you'd be surprised, a lot of these Edomites have been abused now, sexually abused when they were kids. It makes sense because when you go on the internet, especially like Facebook and shit like that, I mean, I don't have a Facebook account. You know, I mean, I have a Facebook account, but I only use it to talk to my family members. That's it. I ain't on there like forever, you know what I'm saying? But I go on there to watch certain things. Like a film may be on or a video may be on. And there's countless of what you call nunce videos of these devils being caught trying to talk to kids, trying to get the kids. Oh. And it's nothing but Edomites that's being caught time in and time out, Ain't nothing but Edomites. Okay. So if that's the case, then there's got to be a lot of sexual abuse cases amongst these devils. Yeah. And that's why they want to get access to other churches because they themselves have been abused. Yeah. You know? So that's why these Edomite women also they want to get with Jake. Huh. That's a new thing now.
Oh, yeah. So like it, man, just add something as well. Sometimes these women, if you do something and they think, you know, I want to hurt him, they'll intentionally go and sleep with your best friend or something like that just to hurt you. Yeah. That's how wicked they are. Yeah. But continuing on with the precept, this is Proverbs 6:27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So is he that goeth into his neighbour's wife. Whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent.
That's grimy as hell, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry.
Right, so you don't despise a thief if he's stealing to satisfy his soul.
Right.
That's understandable. He's trying to survive, man. He's trying to live. Like, you would do the same thing. If you was trying to live, man, you was trying to live day by day. You'd expect a man to reach his hand out and try to help you in your need. That's part of the law. Like, you don't glean the whole vineyard, you leave some out for the fatherless. So you're meant to think about the poor and the needy. Go ahead.
It says, but if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house.
Right.
But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
Exactly, because that corrupts you, man. You gotta think about the soul that's within a man that goes around doing shit like that. That man ain't gonna have no soul.
He ain't got no soul, yeah.
He's got a very corrupt soul inside of him, man.
Yeah.
It's perverse.
That's a demon, bro.
Like it says in James, it's the spirit of it, it's lust. That's the spirit. Yeah. It's actually lust. A lustful spirit.
I got one.
And these are supposed to be men. Men that's supposed to be setting an example. I mean, a nigga that I was talking to you about, he's a guy that would dare to call himself an elder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That he's expecting a guy like me to respect him. But look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You wonder why the little youths disrespect the elders. You see why? Because the elders are bad. They're not setting an example.
Yeah.
They're bad man in the youths.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see why it's the elder against the young and so forth. This is all part of the curses, man.
Because if you're an older individual, you're supposed to set the example for your nation, the youth that's coming up. But if you're an older man, seen with another man's woman,
I got it.
then you can't call yourself an elder of the community, man.
Yeah, I'm still thinking, man, I niggas, man, you fucking niggas, bro. You know, you can't just put words to describe
you can't figure it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, just rats, rugrats.
Fucking demon, and the way he did it as well, if that's not a demon, I don't know what is, man. The way he did it, that smile, that crafty, crooked smile on his face, man.
Yeah, because when you as you were saying earlier about back in the wilderness, man, niggas never change. Because when you check it out, the journey to the promised land on foot is around 12 days straight. And it took us 40 years, man. You know, and who inhabited the promised land? It was their children's children. Right. And if you can bear that in the spirit, that's most likely the elect, man. Right. But all them 2/3, they had to die off over that period of 40 years because when you read through the law, man, and you read through like Exodus and Leviticus and stuff, like you wouldn't if I was the Mosai, I would have just wiped everybody out. Because it's like time after time, you know, you give them, they fuck up, man. It's just time after time, man.
Yeah.
You know, niggas never change, man.
Yeah. But
You're right. That's a title for a video. Niggas ain't gonna change.
They bring out this one quick.
Yeah.
nigga, man, there's a curse on guys, man. Because when you think about other nations, they're wicked, but they wouldn't do that, man. They got morals to an extent. They wouldn't do something like that. But niggas is like, it's fully setting them to do evil. You know what I mean? You got something, I mean...
Yeah, just because, look, they're doing this because obviously the curses and whatnot, and we're here, and they don't understand the laws. And even so, that elder, he understood the laws.
Yeah.
He still went and did it. So this is Leviticus 20:10. It says, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbour's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
That's what you do. That's in that case of Will Smith and his crooked ass Jada, was it Jada or Jada Stink?
Yes.
Everyone's talking about what he's doing or what he's done. But they don't understand whatever he's done, as long as he hasn't done it with another man's wife, he ain't going off. She's the one that's going off.
Yeah, but
She
you
even tried to justify herself. She was like, it's been a long time since I felt good.
but that's what.
So what she
And
saying?
he looked torn up, man. I saw his eyes, man. He must have been drinking a bottle of fucking...
But that's what I think. That's the point that you made. When a woman wants to get you, she can do. She's figured it out because they're planners. She's figured it out. I'm gonna get with this guy to spite him because they're supposed to have an open relationship. So in order to make him jealous, to try and bring it back in, women will do. They think a little bit to bring it back in. She can go and do that right in front of the public. I got a precept, Ark. Yeah.
And brother, before you read that precept, I want to say what you were saying, right? Because you said something on how she felt good for a moment. So what she basically saying is she felt good, joining the carousel, so to speak.
Yeah.
Being a hoe.
Getting attention.
They like the sense of feeling of jumping from man to man. It drives them. It makes them feel like they're worthy, empowered as well. Yeah.
And he was lacking in his macking. They say, am I lacking? You know the saying? Am I lacking in my macking? Maybe some dog whisperers going on there, you know?
Yeah, because he's getting bent over, so naturally he's not going to have that attraction to a woman.
You're on that level.
He's getting, and for years too, so his whole, he's corrupted, man, so he's
bugged out.
his masculinity is out the window.
Yes.
Showed that in that video as well.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, and that as well. That's where it came. That was probably his little ritual.
Yeah.
Hollywood ritual.
Oh man, if you go on.
Ecclesiastes 90:2 says, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impotent. That's why Jake always doing parties, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parties you have you bring gal, man will come, wine. Then it's you're gonna,
When you look at Jake, man, I'm actually pissed off with Jake, man.
Yeah.
I was walking through the market today, and I saw them young Jakes, because a lot of them young Jakes, they're quite tall. They're tall, but they're niggas, man. I see them just rehearsing little lyrics and shit. Them simple niggas, bro. It's like they got no wisdom, no understanding in them.
Just like beasts.
This savage-minded niggas, bro. I figure like, you can't have this, bro. You can't build with this. You got these little young niggas just falling after these little mindless little rap stars. And you got these old niggas, they're competing with the young ones. It's got to be wiped out. I'm sorry, man. This is we're the only hope for our people, man. We're like the last leg, man. All the rest of it needs to get wiped out, man. It's no good. It's no good, man.
Because when you look at the 2/3, they're basically dead skin. It's gotta go. There's no use for it. It's coming from off your fingers, off your feet. It's gotta go.
You look at our people thinking, man, they're not even trying to do that which is good, man. When you think about Jada Pink, and I'm thinking, let's be fair, man. Let's look at it from an angle. Okay, can you really blame her? Say if a woman is not getting it good from her husband, can you blame her for like stepping up? I mean, she's not supposed to, but like, because she's in the flesh. Can you really blame her? Like, because she needs to get it. She's going to spend the rest of her life being faithful to a man that's not giving it to her right. That's why our bodies need to change, man. Our bodies have to change, because in this flesh and blood, the scripture says flesh and blood will imagine evil. It will, man.
And you know,
So when you see certain women doing it, it's like they're in the flesh too. Not just us, it's they're in the flesh as well. And plus they're the weaker vessel.
Yeah.
So they're even more susceptible to committing evil, man.
A man's
you're
always
trying to tell her to do that which is right.
and man could be always hitting on them. They're always hitting on them, especially if
so
they,
the pressure, they're getting constantly pressured from. They're constantly getting thrown at them on a regular basis, man. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to deal with your woman properly.
Say that again.
You're supposed to deal with your woman properly.
What are you talking about?
Well, you know, like you was going into, if you're not dealing with your woman correctly, you know, like you said, it's like if a man's got a woman now, she's supposed to deal with him properly, right? So she's supposed to. There's no. You know, in that marriage, there's no. There's no them saying no unless it's that time. Obviously, they're on that time of the month, and so you're supposed to be in the yard. But if you're not, so vice versa, if you're not dealing with them correctly, then they're gonna want to get. It's that natural urge that's in there. It's always going to be there. You can't expect a woman to sit around and you're not obviously, you know, lay in the pipe, so to speak.
Yeah.
Properly.
The scripture says that though. It says the body of the man belong to the woman.
Yeah.
And the body of the woman belong to the man.
You're not going to defraud your wife. You're defrauding her. You know. But yeah, where was you reading? We can continue reading that one.
Yeah. Back in Proverbs chapter 6, it's Proverbs 6 and 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonour shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away.
A wound and a dishonour shall he. That's a dishonour, man. That's a dishonour. But in among our community, that's stripes. You're getting stripes. You're seen as a hard nigga, a real nigga. You know, but that's actually dishonorable. That's something that you get dishonored for that in ancient times, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest him many gifts.
Yeah, because in this modern day world, if you try to be too protective of your woman, you're seen as being too controlling. Men are territorial, man.
They're supposed to control.
You're supposed to be like that. Of course.
You
know what I'm saying? Plus it keeps the woman from defiling her damn self, man.
And their children too.
You know what I'm saying? And setting a bad example to your daughters, man.
Yeah.
You know, and putting a weak spirit inside your son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you make the woman say, oh, he was too controlling. That's because she's basically saying that she's for the streets. She's a hoe.
Yes.
She wants to do what she wants to do.
You got to appreciate
She doesn't believe in that rules and guidelines. She doesn't believe in all that. She just wants to do what she wants to do. Yeah. That's what she means when she says he was too controlling.
Yep.
So
She's basically saying, I'm for the streets. I want to do what I want to do.
Yep.
And he was restricting
her
order.
Yeah, basically. That's what she's basically saying. The scripture says, jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not. You want to read that again?
Proverbs chapter 6 and 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore will he not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts.
So the Most High has put his spirit in man to do that. That's in the spirit of any man, man. Any man that calls himself a man will seek blood, man, if he finds out that another man has been popping his woman, man. You're naturally going to get angry at that. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, you get angry at that shit, man.
And you know it as well. Because, see, adultery works in both ways. It works from the perspective of the man and the perspective of the female. Mm-hmm. And I just want to just bring this out just real quick, and I want to give it back to the brother, because another thing, too, as we always talk about, which is true, you know, amongst Jake, let's just keep it all the way real, man. Like, our women, most of our women have laid down with so much men. You know, so if you get with one of them as a man, you can't restrict them. You can't say, yo, I'm basically you turning a whore into a housewife. You can't do that.
No, you can't do it.
So
Don't
at the
work.
end of the day, when you get in with these women, you just gotta, like the Apostle Rakar said, if you're gonna get with them, just use them for what they can give you, and just be out with it. Don't get emotionally entangled with them, because they are what they are, and the majority of them have laid down with different men, and because of that, they can't help but deal with different men.
Our eyes always going to be wondering because she's tested so many different penises, shapes and sizes that you're always going to come up short.
Exactly.
Because you're always going to be lacking in certain areas that other guys were good at.
Yeah.
So she's going to be like,
It's part of our
I've
curse,
got
isn't it?
him, but he's not as good as Johnny.
Exactly. And what
So
you do?
that's why Joe will have you and then have another guy and another guy.
Yeah.
Because she's been riding so many. You're never going to be her everything.
No, never.
You're never going to genuinely be her everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you first meet a woman and she's like a virgin or near to a virgin, you're her everything, man.
Yeah.
She only knows you. She
Because
hasn't
you
been.
only popped her.
Exactly. So she can genuinely bond with you.
Yeah.
But because she's been riding so many different guys, she's got dicks leaning this way, that way, and you're never gonna satisfy her. Her eyes always gonna be open, looking for the guy that will satisfy her, man. Meet all those needs
And that's
that were
why-
being met before.
Yeah, and that's why women will never be satisfied. Why? Because a lot of these women have been stretched out spiritually and literally too. Because think about it. If you're dealing with a woman that's had about 39 guys and you're the 40th guy, you would never be able to satisfy sexually or even spiritually. You won't do it. You could take her to the best restaurants or whatever. You could even have money. Even guys got money. They get played over by these women.
Yes.
Easy.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, if you're dealing with these women today, it's like you have to outcompete the last dude that she had. That's how it is.
You can't do that.
But you
shouldn't have
can't
that.
outcompete 40 guys. You know, it's either the only way she's gonna look at you like, okay, he's my only man that I'm gonna deal with, right? She has to either be a virgin or close to it, like you said. But if she ain't that and she's hot from route to route to route all her life, it's like this other actress, right? And I always liked her. She's a very, very beautiful woman. Sanaa Lathan, right? She basically, you know what I'm talking about, isn't it? Cunt. Very attractive. I find her to be very attractive. But anyway, if you were to actually check out how many guys she's dated a lot of guys. And now she's at the age where she's gone to certain, time to where she wanted to settle down with certain men. And there were certain guys that she dated that wanted to settle down with her. But she was like, nah. So, and the reason why that is because when a woman is dealing with different men through the process of her lifetime, she won't be able to settle down because she's been pouring herself out. So the whole idea of settling down, she's not going to do that. She's going to be forever looking for that high. Yeah. You see? Right. And that's just the thing. You can't satisfy these women out there.
Sometimes they actually sometimes learn that from their mothers.
At the same time,
I've been around. I can speak for Benjamin because that's what I am. But they actually teach their daughters. I've heard family members, like cousins, and their mum say to them, "Don't settle for the first guy. You're young.
Yeah.
Wait for this one." And then they get to like 35, 40, and they still got a boyfriend. You're a woman. You're meant to have had your children.
And be married.
Be married, but you're talking about boyfriend when you're 45.
Because a lot of these old niggas, they just don't get it. So a lot of the time they're not doing it deliberately, like maliciously trying to destroy their daughters. A lot of them, they just don't get it, man. They think it's cute, to just have a boyfriend, different boy. They think it's cute. They don't understand how destructive that is to your daughter. That she's bonding with all these guys, and she can never genuinely bond with any of them. And that's she's picking up baggage, and she's becoming a very, that's why Erykah Badu sung that song about Bag Lady, man. Bag Lady, you know what I'm saying? She was talking about a woman with all them demons on her, man.
It's like that.
She's
just like
filled with them.
He's got scriptures, man. He's got
I
scriptures.
got one.
Finished it. Go on.
Ephesians 5 and 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. This is wives.
Proper.
Yeah, to the man that they know they got a good woman. Yeah, they're wives. Abigail, Sarah.
That doesn't exist, man.
Yeah, straight to the point. It says, husbands, love your wives, even as, because there's quite a bit there. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahawashi also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. For the few men that have their wives.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, but a woman is a distraction now. So if you brothers are single, there's a reason why the Lord wants you to focus, man. Because these women, you got to dedicate yourself to them, man. You got to put all your mind, body, and soul into them, and, you know, cares of the world, and to please them, and that will take you away from this ministry, man. So the Lord wants your mind, body, and soul dedicated to Him, and not to no diseased hoe, man. Or we don't.
Because even if, let's just say...
Go back to the feet of the blessed, beautiful is the feet of Him. Go back to that, please.
And can I just say a few things? And let's just say a brother gets with a woman in his truth. Like what Paul said, you're going to have troubles in the flesh. And more so now because, again, these women have been around the place. So you're going to be wondering, oh man, is she going to lay down with this guy or that guy? Like, you're going to be wondering in your mind, like, is she going to cheat on you? So to just do away with that out of the way, it's the best thing to do. You know, if you're a brother that's single, hey, just be single, man. And you know, rock with that.
Yeah, because no matter how you cut and slice and dice it,
they're all hoes anyway.
No matter how you cut and slice and dice it, like, you just gotta let people do what they do.
Yeah.
This place is too corrupt. All we can do is prophesy into the wind, and they that are good, they are pure of conscience of mind, they will gravitate to this like a moth to a flame, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You going over there trying to stop people doing what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. The curse is on Jake.
And
the curse is on Jake. Jake is possessed right now. They're possessed by demons, the spiritual demons on Jake's. That's why they're doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I roll around by myself, man. I don't roll with niggas, bro. I do not hang around niggas at all. I stay away from niggas, okay? Like I stay away from Edomites. You got something?
A quick one. Ecclesiasticus 26:10 says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Imagine that. You heard of certain women that are straight up hoes, man. You better know that she's got a father, you know. She's got a father.
And she's bringing shame upon him.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to think that her father's got to live the fact that her daughter's getting ran through by all these men. Can you imagine that? If your daughter be shameless, man, keep her in straightly. You know what I'm saying? Meaning disciplined. You got to be disciplined with your daughter, man. Straightly. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's where it says, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty, man, giving them too much.
Yeah, that's liberty. Abuse herself. That's what feminism was about. Liberty. Female liberty, sexual liberation, man. And that's how all these women are abused. You meet some women, they're abused, man.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it seems like all of them.
They're abused. I know, because I keep it real. I'm actively out here stepping to women, man. So I know these women, man. These women are abused. I say abused, I'm talking about physically, like battle scars and, you know, eyes missing and shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about on an emotional level. Emotionally abused, mentally abused.
Yes.
And they try to project all them demons. I've been on the phone to a girl. Her tone of voice changed, man. Like the bass in her voice, like the demonic force. I had to hang up the phone quick because it was destroying my soul, man. And then she started sending me crazy messages because you know when you hang up the phone, she still got a lot to say. So she started sending me crazy messages saying, "Fuck you, this is black, this is Jake." You would have thought that. I used to think that only like white women, Edomite women would do crazy things. No, they just as crazy. Yeah. They're possessed, man.
And they're more crazier too.
Because it's been taught to them that, hoe phases and slut phases and slut walks and all of this is all cute and lovely and, it feels good, no judging, don't judge me, But you don't understand the effect sex is spiritual, man. That's why it says when a man goes into a woman, they both become one. It's a spiritual act, man. It is spiritual. It evokes certain spirits, man. You know what I mean? And a woman is internal. She takes it in. She conceives. So she's conceiving all these different spirits, man.
Yep.
You meet these women, it's like a person with you know them you know when Yahawashi cast out them demons like Legion. And someone get that, man. Someone get that.
When they went into the pigs.
And before you brothers read, I just want to say a couple of things. Like, basically, man, like, you know, I mean, like, if brothers want to get them a woman, they can get them a woman. Like what Paul was saying. Paul said, what did Paul say? Paul said, if you're burning, then get you a wife. But like I said earlier before.
Don't get this continuing scripture.
There's some more.
Well, like I was saying was this earlier before, when you get a woman, just know you're expecting. Don't expect them to be this pure, this wife, this pure virgin. She ain't gonna be that.
I tell you what, virgin and all, virgin too.
Exactly, because there's no virgins out here. There's no holy wives out here. They don't exist.
I ain't gonna lie, they are virgin.
Yeah, but they're bugged out their mind.
They're highly distrustful.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of insecurities, man.
Yeah.
They don't trust niggas.
But the most
a lot of the virgin sisters that I have met, they're affiliated with church.
Right.
They've got some affiliation with some religious,
Jehovah's Witnesses, a lot of them are in there as well.
Yeah, a lot of them still.
And that church, man, is a demon.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The vibration of Christianity.
Or get married, innit?
So even if she is a virgin, you got to deal with that demon. You got to deal with that Christianity demon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I remember I met this one. I moved her. I didn't move her. I was chatting to her. I wanted to move her. And I knew she asked me questions. Do I smoke? Am I celibate? Am I a Christian? She asked me questions that an average wouldn't ask me, man. And I could see in her eyes that she was very distrustful. Like her eyes was all moving. Like she, you know what I mean? She was a virgin, bro. She says she doesn't believe in sex before marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Until she has it.
There was a spirit. Sometimes you can look at a woman, you can say that she's a
bona fide.
She's a demon, bro. Sometimes you can look at a woman and say, yeah, she looks like she's a decent girl.
Yeah.
She looks like you can go up to her and chat to her. But some women you can look at her like the ones with multicolored weaves.
Oh, they're bugged out their minds. You already know what you're getting from that.
Go on.
I want to read that as well. It says Ecclesiastes 26:9. It says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Her haughty looks. When she's got that high and mighty spirit, man. No one tells me
What to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That high and mighty spirit. That entitled attitude, man.
I can do bad all by myself. You know?
Yeah. They say our haughty looks and our eyelids, man. Because the average Jake woman looks down on a Jake man. She thinks she's better than him, more intelligent than he is.
Yeah.
So carrying on, it says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself over much liberty. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveller when she have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
Yeah, man, I moved this girl, man, in Brixton, boy.
Oh, yeah,
she's a Benjamin. She's short, man. She was short. Man, I started chatting to her. Now, when I got the number, then I'm going to talk. I gave her a hug and then I kissed her on the cheek and she started lipsing. I just met this girl.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. Benjamin go on the phone now and I asked her how many guys she slept with. She said,
brother, you don't ask that question.
I always ask. She said, I've had a lot of situations. I've had a lot.
She's keeping it real.
This girl's only 20 years old.
Yeah, entanglements.
20 years old. That's what 20 years. She said she's had a lot of situations.
But you know what that means? She's had a lot of men at the age of 20. Because I know girls, right? Like when I was in my teens, when I was in school, right, in America, right? I've seen women like what, 12, 13, already pregnant with kids already. I've witnessed that, and I've also witnessed women sleeping around in the toilets, the suite toilets, bathrooms, and stuff like that.
Yes.
These different dudes.
That's right.
And that's at the age of what, 12, 13.
Yes.
So how much more by the time they get 20? They already dealt with what 25 men?
You know what when we was younger, we know what we was doing, man.
Yeah, we know all of that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, on the toilets and all that, in the sheds.
That's what they do. Yeah. So she 20. She's 20, right?
Yeah.
She probably had about what, 15 guys, 20 guys in the span of amount of years. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're gonna get out here.
Trust me, a woman can destroy herself, man. It literally puts demons on them, bro. When you meet them, it's like you shouldn't have to be going through that with a girl.
But you ain't got no choice.
It shouldn't be like that. When you meet a girl, it should be like you're both moving forward. But it's like a thing where you're going backwards instead of going forwards with them. You're going backwards because she's stuck in the past with all these different, dealing with these unresolved issues and demons, and she's treating you like you're one of those niggas. I'm thinking, no, I'm not him. This is me.
No, but brother, you said something.
You know, you're shaking the girls. It's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because she's under that demonic vibe. Yeah, go on.
And brother, like you said, right? You said something to the effect of, it would be cool if me and her could move. If you and the girl can move together, right? But really, it's not just you and her moving together. You moving together with a crowd of men.
Johnny, Michael, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew and
Jonathan,
Smith, Julie.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
all of them, yeah.
So yeah,
Deshaun.
Nowadays, girls they're coming open with it, saying, I stay with light skin guys, dark skin guys. But these girls are open with this shit. Anyway, you've got scriptures. How beautiful is it?
I've got it here. This is Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good.
Right, good tidings of good. When you think of good, we're not just talking about the kingdom, you're talking about destruction. That's good.
Thing too, yeah.
Because the word destruction. Yeah. Because we've been structured on wickedness, man. When you think of how this community has been structured, the culture, how we talk towards one another, how we treat one another, the whole structure, everything that makes our community has been based upon sin, man.
Yeah.
So it needs to be destructured. It needs to be destroyed. You know when Yahawashi said to the scribes and Pharisees, says, I'm going to destroy this temple, in 3 days or something like that. But then I'm going to build it back up again. Can someone get that, man? Because that pretty much speaks about how the Lord is destroying. He's basically destroying. He's going to destroy the nation and rebuild it, man, using us. And then there's this, go to Revelations and get it says how's it go? It goes the time of temptation. Him will it's in Revelation 3 and 9. Revelation 3 and 9.
World temptation, right?
Yeah. And then you got it?
I got the
Huh?
The one about the temple.
The hour of temptation, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the hour of temptation. Someone get that. Someone give me the scripture that says, when Yahawashi said the scribes and Pharisees, you're going to get it.
This is John chapter 2, verse 18. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, What sign shewest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things? Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Right, because Yahawashi is raising up this temple, because this is the temple, man. Every brother here is a stone. Okay? There's 4,000 stones, man, that comprises the temple. Okay? And when they say, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst, man. So Yahawah and his son Yahawashi is in the midst of this tabernacle. Okay? But it says, in 3 days shall I destroy this temple, man. Meaning the whole house. Because our people are wicked as hell. Okay? 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.